Former Director General of the World Trade Organization, Pascal Lamy, believes the EU is in danger as Donald Trump returning to the White House and China create existential threats for the bloc. He says Europe must negotiate with, quote, a gun in its pocket.
And we now have two big elephants in the world, China and now the US, who want to overhaul the system. To do what? Unclear. But they both say this system is not good for us and we need to use the power we have to change it. And this, of course, puts the EU, which is the epitome of a regulated, disciplined, ordo-liberalist system, in a bind, and I'm worried about the world, but I'm very much worried about whether the EU, as the future of my children and grandchildren, will be able to overcome this challenge, which, in my view, is existential.
So what should the EU do now, particularly given that Trump had said he's going to apply 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, despite the fact that they have trade deals? There's going to be potentially tariffs against China and, of course, possibly against the EU.
That's my experience of negotiating with the US and China and other big shots when I was in this business. You should do that with a gun in your pocket. If you negotiate with the mafia, you may have to, but you need a gun in your pocket. You need to show your strength and say, ready to deal. But if the deal does not work, if you believe you will debalance the deal just because you are threatening us, we have the means to retaliate, which is true because we have a large market and US exporters of a number of products will have problems if we retaliate.
Stay tuned and listen to the full interview in next week's The Europe Conversation to get more insights on trade, the EU, China and the environment.